Good evening. This is a water-based video, solo bass. What you see there is me just kind of playing around a little bit. The base design is there. What you'll see. Barbed wire barricade, metal barricade at the bottom. No doorways until the third floor. Drawbridge entrance. And a couple other key features, which is a nice kind of honeycomb layer and interior design. So what I would do first is have I'm going to do right here, basically a scout your area and then say, okay, a little ways away, make a small base. I like to do this kind of design. I hide my you don't have to do more than that. You can keep it simple. Now, I'm playing this solo. I'll just do like a 2x2. Just gonna annoy me because you get all the way back here. Good for me. Should do something like this. And we can still go back there. Well, let's just say we're planning in yours truly. But you get the idea. Yeah, I have the cupboard. You make it your own, and you're good. You throw down what you need in here, a couple cupboards, and this will be your base. You go, you farm, and you hopefully set up. Now the beauty of this is you can farm and have this, and then make this your base. What I would suggest is you start somewhere along the shore. And it doesn't really matter, you can kind of go out a little bit. All you have to do is, don't want too much water, you want very little water. You basically, I forget that I have no clip on. You build out. You go, okay, keep going out till you can build no further. What you see over there is where I could build, well, you build no further in the sense that, let me just put it over here. Okay, and you see why I did triangle, because you can still build out a little bit further. You want two back, and what you're going to end up doing is, even from here, I'm just going to destroy this one too, is you're going to build your base right there, and you need to have room to be able to build two out, even if it's a square and then a triangle, and you will see why. Some of this. Okay, so you have your base, and I kind of pre-scouted this, so you'll see why. Just don't want to waste your time. Two out. 1, 2, 2 out. I guess if you really want to cut down on costs, like that. Generally speaking, you can spend a 25 wood. Destroy it, destroy it, destroy it. Get your triangle. You don't want it on there, you want it on there. People go 8 out on these things. The only reason being is because you come back, if you go 8 squares out and come back with the triangles, is that they line up. This one does not line up, but you don't need it to. And right now you're a solo player. The whole point is to get this up fast in something safe and relatively unrateable. Well, not unrateable, but you know, very hard to. So you have this. Now, obviously the first thing you could really do if you wanted to protect yourself is I wouldn't even put up I guess you put this down. And then I guess wall it off. Again, you're a solo player, so you gotta wall it off. You gotta wall it off. Gotta clean your. Yeah, this has happened to me before. Okay. At this point, you technically probably want to do sheet metal. But for the time being, I'm going to say no. But I would go with sheet metal in general, at least for the base and the first level, because it's generally pretty cheap. But if you have stone, you have stone. You want to use it, go for it. Don't need that. Okay. Now if you see, these walls are starting to double up. Make sure you have a ladder handy or two, because you may fall down and you're going to want a ladder to get back up. This is where I would recommend, if you plan ahead, you're going to want to do the first level and the base, the sheet metal. I think it makes a lot more sense. You're going to eventually do it anyway, so if you know what you're going to do. This makes it, I wouldn't say unrateable, but I'm not sure exactly how someone can get in if you have a building permit to get in here. I just don't know how. There are a couple different ways you can build this. You can build it first by your drawbridge, which you would do by doing like stairs down and then over. You can eyeball it, kind of go low, and just see if it makes it up. But this is where you go from here. Then we just start building in the wall here. And I think somewhere along the line I'm going to have to, there we go, but I wouldn't be able to build. I would feel really smart. You see, a little bit you have to kind of go in a circle. You want to build away and toward you, I guess. Otherwise it gets kind of annoying. You kind of figure these things out. I mean, just be careful. There goes some lag. Okay. And again, if you can make it all sheet metal, if you look at some of the sheet metal, if raiders will look if it's by itself. Sheet metal, you can look through the sheet metal and see if there's a building permit inside or a tool cupboard. But with this kind of build, at one point, if they get to the middle, what are you going to do? I mean, technically you could take a risk and you could put your building permit in one of these triangles and really fool them and they get all the way through and not get it. But that's a risk. And if you were going to do it, I would do an exterior one. I would do... really wouldn't be a good choice on any of these, to be honest with you. But you could do it. I just say stick it in the middle. They have to get in there. They have to get in here. One of the problems is that there are a couple extra defenses you're going to do. So, I didn't mean to do that, but we'll keep going. And at this point you've got your base. You may have thrown a ladder down if you've had to. Let me see, I'm going to kind of walk this way. Oh, that works. Sometimes it goes red and it's kind of annoying. I like some of the overlap. This is where you may want a ladder. I'm just going to fly a little bit. Okay. Boom. Now, I mean, technically you could, if you had planned appropriately, put a tool cupboard down and just put a thatch top, and then when you've built to this level, you could go down, destroy it, come back up. I guess it wouldn't work. No, you're gonna have to do it this way. So some of this stuff is trial and error. Some of my better builds have been because I've just made a completely ugly build, and nobody wants to raid something that looks completely ugly. Okay, so we've got this. You'll notice we've got to think about away from the shore. You don't want your entrance, at least in my opinion, your main entrance to be toward the shore, you want it away because you do not want it to be so obvious. Now, I did not know this. It's something I learned today. You can actually put that there. Before I thought you couldn't do it 2 out. It's very important that you can be able to do this right there. 2 out. That's your main doorway. I would recommend, let's say at every corner, like right there, I just like symmetry right there. You want to do a doorway, and a doorway. It's always better to have more than one entrance. Even if you put, you know, where is it? A ladder hatch here, because if you happen to have metal barricades all around the bottom, having this out a little bit means that you can run and jump. You take a little bit of damage, but if you happen to shoot somebody from your base and you want to pick up their gear really fast, you want an easy way out. I am not a big fan of doorways. It's okay if you have doorways to come in, but when it's time to leave your base, it kind of annoys me that I have to go through a lot of hoops to get out. So you've got this. Now, there are many different things you can do here. You can build at least one out from this. So you can do flat, whatever. If you want to do the roof thingy where you make it kind of a sniper thing, you could do it. I'm not going to talk about that. Oh, look, you know, made it. That everything goes up a level, it goes up a level. I would just say this. If you definitely want to just make a quick one, you want it to be a base that you're like, I'm not going to get the bolty because it takes forever to get to. It's just not worth it. I'm a solo player. Then you're basically done here. Boom, boom, boom. And then you can figure it out from there. I mean, up 2, boom. There you go. There's your base. And, well, there's a base, but you do need an entrance. So, I would do this. I would do the entrance. So, eventually they can find it, but you don't want to make anything easy for any raider. Yes, they can hack it. That's fine. Even if they get in here, they're not going to be able to get up, and then what's the point? So generally speaking, I must have messed up here somewhere. So poor planning on my part, because as you can see, I can't build here. So, but let's say I could. I put a little thing so you could jump up. So the importance of having that go out too, you'll see very soon. Now I like to do this just in case, because if you're running up here and people are shooting at you, you at least have something of a protection. You may not have a great one, but you have it. The reason you want to be able to build 2 out is you're leaving and coming, but when you leave... Oh, crap. So when you leave, you're going to be... taking it out. So you have that safety. So you do 2 out because if you didn't, you wouldn't be able to connect. If it was just here, you'd have to jump every time. And you have this. Maybe you do a triangle on the other side. You have this. You have now one continuous bridge. People shoot it out, whatever. You just build another one. That's why you want to have a box somewhere inside there with some wood and a building plan so you can just jump across. I'll do my little clip. So that's basically it. I mean, you have this. Just run across. You got this. You run off, jump out. Probably one of the drawbacks is storage space for this build. You're a solo player, so you can just build another level up. The footprint gets a little bigger, but hey, you know, small price to pay for safety to me. You know, it's really funny. Every time I've had these builds or any of my solo-based builds, I think I may have had one, maybe two furnaces, and that's it. So you have this. You're gonna want to stick to not overdoing it, being cautious. If you build, like for instance, you may want to be like, okay, well, this is one level. I'm gonna go one level up. And this is gonna be my level. But there isn't a lot of space. You're gonna have to put a couple, boxes here. If you decide to build out, and make this. Yeah. Gonna have to do a square on that one. You could always do a doorway just to, yeah, that probably doesn't work. You have to kind of play around with things. You may even just want to do, this is why. Damn it. You can't build that there. I'm try to build it here. That's what you're gonna get. Yeah. The square again doesn't work, so you can put a triangle there, doesn't matter. I guess it does. This is annoying. Yeah, it's all trial and error. By the way, this worked at the other build. That's why. Okay, there you have it. There's a little build like that. Shit. Down one. Up one. Damn it. Up two. There we go. Okay. But you see, I mean, you're gonna have more room to put stuff in. You can. You can decide to do that. You know. Play around with crap. Well, look, somebody's trying to get my base. Silly man. I don't know what I just did there, but pretty cool. Interesting. Stay off my land, damn it. Where did it go? Yeah, it's a little off. Anyway, that's the build. That's what it tells me. So you go up here, and you're done. There you go. Ta-da! I did not do the down here. Didn't do anything down there, but you can put it in the water. Go over here, and it's very hard to see. But this, as you can see, is a I think a very small footprint. It does the job though, and it makes it very difficult for anybody to get in there. Even if they start to raid it, they'll find out quickly, especially if you have metal barricades down below. It makes it a very tricky proposition. So if you have questions, let me know. Hopefully this helps, gives you ideas, or gives you something to use.